Hello, beautiful people, amazing beings. I'm so excited to be here again with all of you. Hi, Bridget. Oh, I'm so glad you are here, that you connected with me. Thank you. Today I'm going to continue with the topic on depression, anxiety, and depression and anxiety, because it goes together. Giving you some tips, what has worked for me, and I think that's the best way I can contribute to the healing of the world, by sharing my own journey. And today I am going to share 3 tips, 3 things that has helped me a lot to prevent getting into the depression. Besides the ones that I have talked before, that are more of the physical tips to use, like breath, exercise, diet, journaling, and movement, and drinking water. What else I have to share? It adds on. But today I'm going to share with you 3 important practices that help to keep ourselves out of trouble with depression. It is forgiveness, starting with ourselves, self-forgiveness that comes together with compassion and gratitude. My dear teacher Charles always said this to us: when somebody triggers you, send them a thank you card. So whenever somebody pushes my buttons, mentally I send them a thank you card. And actually, by doing it, it really helps me to have compassion for that person in that moment, and to look at it and say, I have done it too, and I'm going to do it again until I don't do it anymore. And like right now, I'm so grateful for this light, this beautiful light here behind me. I hope you can see me, but okay, because I'm not planning to move around right now. And I want to introduce you my dear friends, Kiki and Gigi. They were my pets before, and they are they hold their presence and my flowers behind me. So I'm happy to be here. But first of all, I want to start with this short guided meditation. Breathing in with the breath. Breathe in, breathe in. Filling up your tummy. If you can put your hand on your tummy and on your chest, and breathe and feel how you are bringing your tummy out, filling up like a balloon, and your hand moving up. Make sure that it's very important, because we hold a lot of tension in our sacrum, in the triangle here. So when you are breathing in, you are going to feel how you are expanding your sacrum, your butt area. It's all your girdle here, your hip girdle, and your tummy, and keep breathing in until you feel like you cannot breathe anymore or inhale anymore. filling up your chest, your tummy, expanding your butt area. And then in the exhale, with force. If you can make a noise, even better. Another inhaling. Bring in this amazing oxygen, because when you are breathing, you are bringing oxygen into your brain, relaxing all the commotion that is in there. And breathe out. If you can close your eyes, even better. So, and now I want you to imagine this beautiful golden thread wrapping your heart. Is the golden thread of divine love wrapping your heart, and the thread comes up to your throat, wrapping your throat with this divine light, cleansing any emotions that doesn't allow you to speak up your truth, even to yourself. We are so afraid to tell ourselves the truth sometimes, a lot of the times, most of the time. And then this thread comes up to your mouth, to your nose, to your eyes, blessing them, to your forehead, where is your third eye, the eye of wisdom that sees clearly, and comes up to your head, your brain, and just see how this thread is wrapping your brain, connecting you. Now it's your heart connected to your brain, your mind, and it goes out, up to heaven, to the universe, connecting with the divine love, God, divine energy, divine spirit, however you feel like calling your creator, connecting with the divine wisdom. And in this state, I invite you to give it all, anything, everything that is heavy in your heart. Guilt, fear, shame, resentments, hatred, judgments, greediness, anything and everything that weighs in your heart. Give it all to the divine love. And now, just imagine yourself being in front of the divine presence on your knees, bowing. Offering everything that you are and asking for forgiveness. And you can use the prayer that I have taught you before. It's a Hawaiian prayer, Ho'oponopono. Please forgive me. I am sorry. I am so sorry for everything that I have believed, that I felt, that I have failed. Please forgive me. I am sorry. Thank you. I love you. Forgive all my faults, all my misconceptions. I'm so sorry. Thank you for all the lessons learned. I love you. I forgive myself. I forgive the world. I forgive you, God. Thank you. I'm so sorry for believing the lies. Thank you for all the lessons learned. I love me. I love you. And now in this moment, ask for what you need. Peace, compassion, self-compassion, wisdom, serenity, clarity of mind and heart, courage. What else do you need? Ask, and you shall receive. And when you are done with your request, give gratitude because it's been given already. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now it is time to come back to this present moment here in community. And take another deep breath and exhale and open your eyes and be here with us. Hi Ciara, oh my goodness, you are here. Thank you for joining today. So Spirit asked me today to talk about forgiveness, starting with ourselves. Self-forgiveness. Why is so important to, number one, forgive ourselves? Because when we forgive ourselves, we are going to be able to forgive somebody else. Everything starts with us, with me. It's me. And it might sound selfish, but it is self-care, self-caring. So, first of all, when you mess up, you really mess up, you start by forgiving yourself. And in the self-forgiveness, you are also taking responsibility for your part. Because I always say, it takes two to tango. You cannot tango by yourself. You can dance by yourself, but you cannot tango with yourself. So there is always two parts involved, but first is you taking responsibility for your part, and that's this self-forgiveness. And when you forgive yourself, compassion comes in. And then be grateful for the experience. Like for me, the way I do my part is if I mess up with something, I cause some damage to somebody, I hurt somebody, first of all, I go into this state of self-forgiveness, looking at my part, and then I'm able to call that person, explain what happened, and ask for forgiveness. And then it's the gratitude. Thank you for providing me with this experience so I can see what I was doing. Because, as human beings, we are spiritual beings in human form. As a human, we are going to make mistakes. No, there is no other way. We are humans. When I make a mistake, when I mess up, I say, I'm having a human moment. That loosens up myself. The other expression that my teacher used to use with us is lighten up, buttercup. I use that expression a lot myself. Lighten up, buttercup. I always can hear his voice saying that to me, and that relaxes me. So that's what I do. That's what helps me not to get into beating myself up, because when we start beating ourselves up, that's the road to depression. It's a very short road to get in that hole, and that's when we start beating ourselves up, belittling ourselves, rather than accepting that we're just having a human moment. Yeah, I messed it up. Okay, now look at my part. Call this person, apologize, explain what happened, and move on. And if the other person forgives you or not, that's her part, not yours. So, and always say thank you. Thank you. Gratitude is very potent medicine. And it's the same thing when somebody hurts you. It's really, number one, give that person gratitude. Thank you for pushing my buttons. Thank you for triggering me, this emotion. Because now you have something to work with. You have this emotion that is being triggered. Now you can go into that emotion, breathe into that emotion, and ask this emotion, when did it happen the first time? What's the trigger? What triggered you? And it can take you to an age when you were 5, 6, 12, I don't know, and then you can go in there, oh, this is the beginning, this is where it started. And then you just start talking to that little one. Tell me more, what happened. And by giving that little one voice to express what happened, you are healing. You are healing that part of you. And then it's like, oh, okay. And you can use again that prayer. Oh, I'm so sorry that it's happened to you. Please forgive me. Thank you for the information. Thank you for sharing with me. I love you. Nurture that part of you. And then you can move on. Then you can come back to the moment. And in that state, you're going to be able to forgive that other person. Because that person is human too. That person had a human moment. And many times it's like, when that happens to me, it's like, I could have done that, or I have done that before. Maybe not in the same way, but very similar. And that's another opportunity to forgive that part of that when you did it in the past. And then just let it go. If you can address that situation with that person, you're going to be able to do it from a neutral, compassionate state of being. And that's how we are able to heal, not ourselves, but we are also helping that person to heal. And that person is going to do the same because you are giving that person your example. And that person is going to be able to do it with somebody else. We never know how we are going to affect another person with our compassion, with our love, with our forgiveness. It's such a beautiful magic practice that I invite you to use in your daily life. And that this practice is really going to keep you in a state of joy. And especially if you start feeling down, just by being grateful for and compassionate for that situation of that person or that group of people that trigger you, because they are giving you the medicine, you are receiving the medicine to use to heal those parts of you that are damaged, that have trauma. And in this way, my friends, we are healing the world. We are healing our communities by starting with ourselves. We are preventing to fall into the darkness and living more in the light. And you can hear in for many sources, spiritual sources especially, shine your light. This is how we can shine our light, by being compassionate and loving and caring and forgiving with ourselves, so we can do it for another. We can even forgive and accept what is happening. It is happening in this world. And I'm going to mention somebody that probably many people don't want to hear his name. But Donald Trump, he's a human too. He is God's creation too. And as hard as it is, because it is for me to accept his humanity, because he triggers me big time, he pushes my buttons big time, and I have to go into that place of, I have done worse than him. Sometimes we don't see it how we do it, but we do it. Because we have dark and light in ourselves, and we can go fall into one or the other side. So by having some compassion for this man, we are healing ourselves too. And I leave it there as a homework to analyze it, look into it. It's not easy for me, but it's the download that I'm getting right now to share with all of you now. And I cannot deny God's download. So here I am, and thank Him for triggering you. Thank Him for pushing your buttons. I'm feeling this energy, and I'm sure you are feeling it too. And I invite you to take a deep breath and let it go. So this week, I invite you to practice self-forgiveness, compassion, and gratitude in your life. Have an amazing, fantastic weekend and week. And I invite you to come back next Friday at the same time. I'll be here, and reach out to me or a good close friend if you need help. It's good to ask for help. It's a good medicine too. I love you. I appreciate all of you, who you are, and I thank you for being here with me. Thank you, Gary, for checking in. Big hug and kiss full of my love and blessings. See you next time. Bye.